This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What are we riding today? This is the Himiway D7. Yeah, D7. Here, let me angle down a little bit here. There you go. Yeah, D7. Hit the bell by accident there. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been on this bike. Figure I'd take the D7 out. What in the world is a D7? It's probably one of the biggest bikes I have. You know, I was thinking, as I'm making these choices of which bikes to take on which given day, I was thinking, you know, what do people think when they see me on these various bikes? Because, you know, as I'm riding, I could be on anything from a small bike with 20-inch wheels to this big bike, 26-inch wheel by 4.5-inch wide fat tire. You know, some people probably see me all the time. They must be thinking, wow, this guy is he's on a lot of different bikes. It's true. I am. I've had people yell out at me as well. Sometimes I don't know what they're trying to say. I can't tell if they're saying positive things or negative things at me. So sometimes I can't tell. But I always wonder what they say sometimes, because you know they're staring at the bike, and then they're staring at me because I'm a big guy on a bike. I'm not a lightweight person, that's for sure. Although it has been getting lighter this year compared to the past 3 years before that. The past 2.5, 3 years. How long has it been? I don't remember how long it's been. Long time. So I kind of looked at my myself on my most recent review of an e-bike. That was the Himiway A3. If you watch that video, that's a more modest bike in comparison to this one, but still a capable bike. But it's a class 2 bike, so it only goes 20 miles per hour. And yeah, I'm looking at the speedometer, and I'm looking at that radar detector. Showed I was at 19.2 miles per hour. The radar detector showed 18 miles an hour. And again, it doesn't have tenths, so we don't know where, but it's about a mile per hour off. And typically we find the bike speedometers always seem to be faster than what that thing shows. Some of them are pretty close, but some are way off. But I kept thinking, you know, when they see me on these big bikes, big guy on a big bike, I kind of think, yeah, that kind of fits, right? Big guy on a smaller bike don't fit too well. It doesn't look good, but it works. Definitely works. So the A3, that review just came out. You should look at that one. I would say the A3 is good for somebody who wants to take it around town. I mean, it is designed as a commuter style bike. That's its purpose. You have to kind of look at bikes as to what's it really designed for? What's its main purpose? I mean, you can't put that bike up against this one, because this one will blow that bike away. But this one's not as nimble. I can definitely feel when I'm moving around with the wheels moving on the pavement here, it doesn't react as fast and quickly as that bike does. Every little movement and turn, you can feel it different on this bike. I mean, really, this bike is really good for someone who likes to go off on various trails, right? It's not that you can't take it on the road, of course you can, but it's designed really for somebody who really wants to go off-road with it. And so but if you're going like here, I mean, we're going on the street here. If I was going shopping, or if I was going to different areas of town just for fun, there's no reason why you can't take the A3, unless you want to go fast, because that bike won't go fast. It'll only do 20 miles per hour. It's just a class 2. That's what it was designed for. It's not designed for you to mess with it and try to make it faster or anything like that. It's really designed for 20 miles per hour, which is fine. That is the legal limit. But again, if you're on streets like this, yeah, we can do 28 here. We're allowed to. But you can't do 28 on a bike path, right? Well, technically, you can't even do 20 on the bike path in this area. The bike paths in this area are really speed limited to 15 miles per hour. So really, taking something like this on it's kind of ridiculous. But you could do it. I mean, they can't. Well, okay, technically, I guess they could say, hey, you know, you're riding this class 3 bike. Nothing says it has to be class 3. I could limit this thing down to 20 miles per hour. In which case, they can't legally say anything about it, because I'd have the legal right to ride on those paths. And people have said, you know, you're illegal on these things because you're taking class 3 bikes on it. You know, that's ridiculous in my mind. If the guy does 15 miles an hour, whether this thing could do 85 or 100 miles an hour, but you're only doing 15, what difference does it make that it's on the path if it's only doing 15 miles an hour at the time? So I think really a lot of these laws really make no sense. It really should be a speed limited law, not a class limited law. The class, I think the class is okay if you're going to try to use it for regulation, whether something needs to be licensed or something, you know, something like that. Then it kind of makes sense that you need classes of bikes. But as far as, you know, where can you ride it, how can you ride it, no, it should be strictly a speed thing. I mean, we see the same thing with cars, right? I mean, some cars, they do 120 miles an hour if you wanted it to, but you limit it to 55 miles an hour on the highway. Some highways faster, of course, but you know what I'm saying. You're limiting it by speed. You're not limiting it by its ability, how fast it goes. Why is there a limit like that on bikes? It makes no sense. Where am I headed? I have no idea where I'm headed. I'm just heading in this direction because usually I head in the other direction. So I figured let's just go this way. Let's see where it goes. Now D7, as you might notice, its motor is a little noisier, you know, than some other bikes. Yeah, well, it's got power behind it. Some of these bikes, you know, these big powerful motors, yeah, they can get to be a little noisy if you crank it up. I'm not really cranking it high here. I'm only doing about 20 miles an hour or so. But you want quiet? Look at the A7 or the A3. Sorry, take a look at the A3. This D7, it's gonna be a little noisier bike. Yeah, the tires are noisier, the motor is noisier. Yeah, but. Yeah, the A3 is really quiet. Yeah, I mean, there's quieter bikes even than that. They're from other brands and the like. But you know, it's still pretty good as far as noise level wise. It's still pretty good. Now, as you know, I've unlocked this bike. I can do 28 miles an hour on it. I don't always do 28 miles an hour, but I can if I needed it. Sometimes you want that reserve speed to get you out of a situation, right? But that doesn't mean we have to ride it at that speed all the time. right, we're approaching the stoplight. Approach the stoplight, take a right. Take a right. Yeah, D7 is a torque sensor bike. So the harder you push on the pedals, the more speed you're going to get out of it. The softer you push on the pedals, the slower it's going to go. So it kind of feels more like a regular bike, right? But you still have pedal assist levels, right? Right now I'm pedal assist level 5. So if I wanted to push down harder, I can go quicker. Yeah, let's push down a little harder. So I'm pedaling, doing 22, almost 23, 23. Yeah, I'm too tired. Yeah, I don't have endurance. That's my problem. No endurance. Can't go too far at certain speeds. Slower speeds, yeah, no problem. This road is 35 miles an hour. We'll pick it up a little bit. We're throttling at this point. There's cars behind me. They'd probably like it if I went a little quicker, so let's do that. They also don't like the fact that I'm taking a little bit more of the lane than they would prefer. They probably prefer me right on the edge, but I'm not going to do that, as you know. Nope, I don't give them the satisfaction. Not because of anything other than keeping myself safe. Now, they have an option. They can try to beat me out, beat me to the bunch, get in front of me before I go and take the lane again, which I'm sure they're not going to be happy about. Guy behind me is moving up slightly. I think he's going to try to overtake me. I may let him do it. And there he goes. The thing is they got double yellow lines. They can't really technically pass you, but they're doing it. They're all doing it. One guy does it, they all do it. The guy behind me now, he's kind of stuck. But he's going to try to do it too. Here he goes. Yeah, they all try to pass you. The thing is if you give it to them, if you stay on the line, they won't even move over. Right now, they're all kind of, as you can see, they're moving over to the other lane a little bit to pass. But they can't do it all the time. They got cars, oncoming cars and traffic coming. So my feeling is stay a third of the lane. You know, if they want to pass you, they're going to have to take a little bit of movement to the left of the lane. So the guy behind me wanted to do it, but the truck kind of stopped him. He's going to try again now. No, he's not doing it. He sees the other traffic. He's decided he can't do it. He's stuck. He's stuck. So too bad for him. We'll see if he tries it now. Okay, he's trying it now. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, make sure he gets that passing. The thing is, you don't want to force him into that other lane and then oncoming traffic, you know, slams into him. That you don't want that to happen either. So, all right, where are we heading here? Coming up the Roselle Road. Now, technically, if I took a left, I could end up at Costco in Schaumburg, I think, in that general area. I think they're on Meacham, though. but we're not going to do it. We're going to go straight. We're going to see what's up ahead. Some areas I have not gone to before. The thing is, when I take a bike out to areas I haven't been to before, I usually want a bigger bike. Yeah, I want something that has a little bit of power if I need it. Now I remember we were heading in this direction before. I was out with our subscriber Wally, and he took me to various places. We went even to Hoffman Estates. I don't know if I'll go that far with this bike, because I am eating into battery power as I'm riding fast and everything. That's the issue too. You know, the harder you push your bike, the more your battery gets used up. And I didn't bring the second battery with me. I just have the one battery. This is a 20 amp hour battery, and people think, well, with 20 amp hours, you know, you should be able to go some distance. Not if you're hitting that throttle hard like that. You know, if you're pedaling, it might be another story. Let's pedal a little bit to save some of the battery in case we need it. Don't want to end up calling Mrs. Wright and say, come pick me up. That would be terrible. Plus, this bike being so big, it would be really hard to get it inside that SUV. You have to take the front wheel off if you did that. And this one has a through axle, so you would need tools to take it off too. I think at one time I had to have her pick me up. I didn't have tools with me, so we had to try to stick it in the car with the wheel on there, and that was that Radster Road Large. So that was a tough way trying to get that thing in there, putting it between the seats at the front seats and everything, just to give it some space. Yeah, there's nothing up on this area. What is down this area? There's nothing interesting. It's just a road. Just the road. We're on Palatine Road, for those who want to know. Alright, let's give some throttle here, tiring out. Going up a hill a little bit. What's this road? Ella Road. What's on Ella Road? I don't know. Should we take it? Let's take it. I've never gone down these roads before. Let's take it. We're in Inverness Fire Protection Department. So this is fire department on our right-hand side. The village of Inverness, city of Inverness. What would they call it? A lot of the towns around here. There's a political sign there. A lot of the towns around here are called villages. Very rarely do you hear it called the city of. Chicago's a city. Around here they call it the village of this and the village of that. Yeah, where are we? I have no idea where we are. This is called riding without any idea where you're heading. I never even heard of these streets. Bradwell Road. Do you guys do this? You just go and ride and don't know where you're headed? Problem with that is if you head out and then you're too far out and you don't know where you are, you may not have enough to get back. That's the problem. But I think I'm actually heading in the direction heading back. I'm not sure. Not sure. I keep an eye on the traffic behind me though. I don't know if you do that, but you should. I take a look at the side view mirror and Sorry, I had to kick a hitchhiker off of me. I had a little bug on my arm, looked like a little caterpillar or something. I flicked them off. Yeah, you get bugs and everything. Everything. Yeah, you get bugs on you. And the other day I was riding, yeah, bug going right into my mouth. I had to spit them out. That happens. That definitely happens. We're down 4 bars out of 5 on the battery meter. I did not reset my trip meter, so I don't know how far we're actually going. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these places. We may have to turn around or something. Or I may have to use the GPS. I may have to turn the GPS and head myself back towards our area. Yeah, the thing is you go out, you don't know where you're heading. You don't know if you're heading in a good direction or a bad direction. I've never been to any of these areas. Never with a car or anything. I've never been, no outlet on the left. Okay, that thing just keeps going further down. Maybe I should turn the GPS on. All right, let me find a good place I can do that. Find out if I'm heading in the right direction or the wrong direction here. Let's pull over to the side. All right, sit tight for a second here.
Starting route to home. Head north on South Ella Road.
Let's see if this is what is asking here. Yeah, we're not in a good road to go on. This is coming up as Dundee. Dundee can be a little dangerous. I don't think I've ever really seen too many bikes on Dundee. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Let me make some evaluation here first. I think we can go on it for a little bit. Let's see if there's a way for me to get off of it though.
In 3.3 miles, turn right onto North Road.
Now this one we're gonna have to be a little careful. There's gotta be a better way to get back. If not, we're gonna be on a little bit of a dangerous road this time. All right, here's a nice part at least. The road is wide enough that people can go around me. It's not like they can't, but I think eventually we'll run out of that. We won't have that luxury throughout. I can see up ahead it's turning into a single lane again. So that's not good. That's not good at all. Now there is this stripe thing on the right. I guess that we should probably take it just to stay safe for a little bit. As cars try to pass me then. Yeah, so we're going to be kind of pushed into this little side section of the road. The thing is, if I try to take the lane here, that would back up traffic like crazy. And we don't want to do that. And I know that if I try to take anything on the right-hand side, that might be hard to get across because some of these streets may not actually get into the main street. So So we're going to be forced to stay on this road. This is the problem of going and not knowing where you're going. You may be forced to do things you don't want to do. I'm not really thrilled with being on here. Even though I got a big bike and all, I'm not thrilled being on it. Because we're really narrow right here. You know, if somebody pushes me a little bit, I'm going into the grass. All right, so we're very close now to the forest preserves we usually go on, but not on this road. I usually don't take this road to get there. Off to our left would be that forest preserve we usually go to. Luckily for me, traffic isn't too bad right now. We've had some, but it's not too bad. Yeah, the forest preserve is pretty big. Okay, where are we at? Yeah, we still got to keep going. You can see why I like having a bigger bike that has a little more power. Sometimes you need it. So for emergency situations like this, you kind of need it. I'm sure most of these guys are surprised seeing a bike on this road too. Yeah, you don't see too many of them on this road. I don't think I've ever seen any on this road. All right, where are we at? Okay, we should really, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up the sidewalk here. This is where we usually get off of the, forest preserve, and then we cross over here and we get onto the bike path again. Let's do that. Get myself into a little more safe area. All right, yeah, what an ordeal. All right, let's cross over. And we have to go up a little bit. Sorry, had to go up on the thing a little bit. Well, actually, this is not where we usually go. I think what we usually do is we go the other way. This is what's heading me back to the other one. So let's cross back. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up deciding to go this way. I'm gonna get off the bike and turn it. We need to go on the other side of the road, not this side of the road. Yeah, I tell you, I have a bad sense of direction. Bad sense of direction. I saw this Jelly Cafe. Yeah, we need to be on that side of the road, not this side. I don't know how I made the decision to come here. Push button to cross. All right, well, let's push the button. All right, we're out of that situation. Let's go back up here. What an ordeal. What an ordeal. Yeah, we usually don't head back this way. We usually head down this way and then we go into the forest preserve, but yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to head in the opposite direction here. So we're going to go into the area where we have the hill test, but we're going opposite direction of the hill test. I always hit that bell all the time. All right, back on the path. So, what did you guys think of that ride? Yeah, it might look good on the video, but yeah, a little nerve-wracking. Yeah, I don't like being on that road. That was Dundee for those who are local. Yeah, I don't like being on that road. That was not fun. That was not fun. No, you got to pick and choose roads, but you know, when you're going like I was going, where you're just going anywhere, not knowing where you're headed, sometimes you're forced onto roads you don't want to be. I mean, I could have backed up and gone back the other way, but I kind of felt like I should kind of keep going and explore new areas. Well, that's not an area I liked exploring. All right. This is the hill test over here, but in the opposite direction. So we're gonna go down the hill. Where's the hill? That wasn't the hill. All right, coming up ahead. This is going down the hill. Right around here. You know, a lot of people actually walk their bikes up because they can't get up the hill. Morning. I think those guys were taking a break at the top of the hill. I'm telling you, this hill is kind of tough. It's not an easy it's not an easy thing to ride up without an e-bike. I've seen people having to walk it because it's just too much. Too much of an incline for them. Here's the bridge we usually stop at before we do the hill test. Yeah, nice to go in the opposite direction for once, huh? Yeah, we're still 4 out of 5 bars on the battery meter. Yeah, we do have a lot of battery. I mean, we did do Bussy Woods with this before. I don't know, did I change the battery out? I brought a second battery that one time, taking this bike. I'm not sure if I changed it out or I didn't. Probably did. Yeah, the thing is, as you go around Bussy, it's quite a distance. I think it's something like 12 miles or something around it. Then you got to get there and then you got to get back. So it's quite a few miles to make that commitment to go there. I mean, if you go there and then turn right around, never go through it, that's no problem. But what's the point? It's almost like you're there, you want to go through the whole Bussy Woods circular section, right? But it, you know, with the fall off of the Mooncool cargo bike, got me thinking about weight in the back. You know, if you have I had the watermelon at the time, right? That was a lot of weight. That little girl has training wheels on, and that was enough to pull me down. Well, the second battery, that second battery on the on that toolbox probably weighs as much as that watermelon did. So when you strap it onto this bike, which is really heavy already, it's enough to make it difficult. Somebody mentioned too, you know, if you're going to be carrying kids and the like on these cargo bikes, you better be prepared for the weight that they add to the back end of it. because if you stop and they tilt, they're going down. So be careful, you know, if you're carrying kids and the like. This is why people said that, you know, if you're going to do stuff like that, get yourself a bike carrier that you pull the carrier from, you know, with the carrier behind your bike. There's a lot of good reasonings for that. Yeah. Will I do that? No, because I don't do stuff like that often. I mean, no more watermelons. No more watermelons on the bike, I think. All right, let's see if we're gonna make it through here. Nope, we're gonna have to stop. Yeah, this road's kind of bumpy. They really need to redo this, resurface this. I mean, I could see that they put blacktop on it, but they need to really redo the whole thing. It's got so many broken sections here. I mean, and you can hear it, you know, it's just, even as I'm talking, you can hear me, my voice is wobbling from the bumps. Alrighty, well, that's my adventure for today, folks. I appreciate you following along, keeping me company. Really, I think if you guys weren't around, I don't think that would have been a fun ride at all. If I had nobody to talk to, I'd be talking to myself. Hey, some people think you're talking to yourself now. No, I don't see it that way. I'm talking to you guys. Talking to you guys on TV land. Computer land, iPad land, iPhone land, smartphone land. No, I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, if I didn't have you guys to talk to, I think it would be kind of boring. For me, it would. I know I wouldn't be riding as much if I had no one to talk to. So again, I appreciate you guys following along and watching my little adventures as I go to different places and get myself lost. Yeah, this is the most narrowest bridge. See, a bike like this has a hard time maneuvering, even something like that. You kind of feel uneasy as you're going through that bridge. On a commuter bike, no problem, man. Certain bikes for certain types of rides. Yeah, that's the way to do it. And I know some of you guys have more than one e-bike. Hey, put a comment. If you have more than one e-bike, let us know how many you have. I know some of you guys have bought more than one e-bike from me, you know, when I'm selling bikes off. Yeah, go check the russisright.com site, which will redirect you to russisright.blogspot.com. Whenever there's a bike available, I put it up there. Sometimes I don't even mention it. I think the last bike that was sold, nobody even knew it was up there. Okay, one guy did, that's why he bought it. But yeah, check it every now and then. Check the russisright.com website just to see what might be up and available. You never know. Sometimes I don't announce it. I just stick it up there and see if anyone notices it. There's one up there now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're very close to 20,000. I think a little over 100 and something, and then we hit 20,000. Talk to you guys next time.